Friggin' what up, dude? Strider Wilson, and I'm the host of this podcast that's mine. Going to be called History is Dang. History is Dang with Strider Wilson. Dennis from the Friggin' what up, dude? Welcome back to another ep of History is Dang, dude. We got an extra special treat today, dude. We got Aaron on the sticks as always, dude. Aaron, what up, dude?
What up?
Chilling, dude. Dude, we got my bro in the house, dude. Straight up genius legend right here, dude. Reggie Henke. Reggie, welcome to the pod, dude.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
Dude, the pleasure's all on this side of the frickin' elevated table that we're sitting on right now, dude. Fired up to have my dog on here, dude. We're going to be talking... We're going to be mowing through like 5 apes in a, like one genus.
Yeah. Well, should I introduce myself a little bit?
Yes, you absolutely should, dude. Sorry, dude. I don't know. I'm too fired up. I don't know what's going on.
No. Well, because I'm not like an expert or a scientist.
No, but you're a beast.
I'm an enthusiast.
I love that.
I would say.
I'm an amateur historian.
Yeah. Right. So my knowledge is very shallow, but I figured if we could spread it wide, we could talk about a bunch of different things.
And you're passionate, and that's what all that really does count.
I guess I did study anthropology in college, so there were some classes where we like talked about the apes and stuff.
I love that class.
Which were the best classes. But
yeah, they answer big questions. We all think about those big ideas. And there is one ape that we're going to talk about in a little bit who I think does think about big ideas.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're a beast. You work in entertainment, dude. You've written many amazing things. Idiomatic, that JT and I were in early on, dude. So much fun. You're working on other great things, great projects. I don't know if like you're at liberty to talk about a lot of them, but... share
the most recent thing I've worked on is the Netflix sketch show. I Think You Should Leave. The second season just came out a month ago, and it's wacky sketch comedy. It's right up my alley, but
it's the best.
Unfortunately, not a single ape in that show, season 1 or 2.
There should be, but I mean, humans are apes. I mean, we are apes, are we not?
That's very true.
Yeah.
You got me.
And
you got me. It's actually like all TV shows,
dude.
Mostly about it.
Thanks for showing up, dude. That's all I wanted to do is get you in here, say you were an expert, and then try to dominate you in real time. And then this way, my father could see it. I'll be sending him this, and he'll maybe think higher of me.
I've met your dad.
Yeah, he's an intense man.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we shot together and you met him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did he do anything insane?
No, he just had that nickname for himself.
Yeah, bro, that's insane, dude. Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
my dad calls himself Fury, dude. He calls himself
Sergeant Fury.
Calls himself Sergeant Fury. Reggie's like, "Hi, nice to meet you, Mr. Dr. Wilson, dermatologist." He's like, "Call me Sergeant Fury." He's like, "Oh, you're in the military?" He's, "No." Reggie's like, "Okay."
I saluted him and
exactly. You fell in, dude. You dropped and gave him 50.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, so what's going on with you, my dude? What's crapping, dude?
Not much. Since that job ended, I've been doing a bunch of different things. I feel like I've been every weekend having like weddings and stuff. Being busy, being outside with after being cooped up all year.
It's nice to get out.
One fun thing I did with my girlfriend Megan, we went to...
Hell yeah, dude. You're GF?
Yeah, we went to the LA Zoo.
Let's go.
And it was pretty much all like families with little kids, but it was still a great day. Like you walk around, look at all the animals, get yourself a Dole Whip.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah, it's a good time. They have a lot of cool exhibits there. A lot of them were sitting empty, but the Apes exhibits, they have all 3 of the main attractions: the gorillas, orangutans, and the chimps. And then while we were over by the gorilla glass, it's like we were at one because there's like a gorilla, a lady gorilla sitting up against the glass. We were like checking her out, and then out of like nowhere, this big silverback, we see him coming towards the glass, like very purposefully, like coming towards the glass in the other window. So I was like, I clocked it, told Megan like, this thing's like coming towards us to like interact with us or something. And as he came over, the only other person in the crowd that like clocked it was this teacher who was live streaming a field trip to her students. So she had like 30 little kids on her phone. Was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Dude, and she like rushed over. So it was me, Megan, and this woman live streaming to like 30 12-year-olds. And
Great.
the gorilla went up to the glass and put its finger and like did this like beckoning thing.
Whoa.
And it was insane. I don't. It wasn't. It was looking like kind of like left of me and past me, and there was like no one really over there. So it would be way cooler if it like locked eyes with me and did it. But it still felt like it was like signaling something. It was interesting.
Dude, that's pretty wild. When I went to the Wild Animal Park in San Diego, there's a big sign that reads, "Do not make eye contact with the gorilla," like prolonged eye contact, because they perceive that as like challenge or a threat. Whereas like another animal, like whatever, you can look into snake's eyes, I guess. But
yeah,
that's unlucky.
Yeah, I didn't have any signs like that there. I wonder how much of that's personality or like how.
Oh, that makes sense.
How on edge they are.
Yeah. We, as 8th graders on a field trip at the Wild Animal Park, we saw that sign and of course made eye contact.
Oh yeah, you immediately start having a staring contest.
This big male chimp started walking towards us and kept coming, and there's that big gully between you and them. And for some reason, right before he hit that gully, he did a forward somersault straight down into that fucking thing.
Did he like
we never saw him again.
hard?
Yeah, we never saw him again. We kind of just ran away.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, those gullies work because I'm pretty sure they can't swim. Which is,
yes, that's what I hear. Like if you're in the wild and you need to get away from some apes, you got to go in the water.
Yeah,
they don't want to mess around with that.
Right. It's weird. Like there's such geniuses at certain things, and then like you'd think all they'd have to do is like just float or something.
Yeah,
I don't know,
but they don't know. They don't have that trust, dude. It's like a totally foreign environment, even though yeah, it's strange.
It's like how like babies can swim, but you like then unlearn it and then you have to relearn it.
They just get so they're so dense. They're so muscle dense. Like muscle sinks.
Yeah.
You don't got any, and especially in fresh water. I don't think there's like too many monkeys. Actually, it's not true. In Thailand, there's like a ton of little monkeys, dude, and there's a big boat. There's a sign that says, "Do not feed the monkeys." And of course, what does every single tourist do, dude? Boom, because it is really cute, dude. They know how to open like the Ziploc bags, like they open a bag of chips like a human. They use their little fingers.
Oh, no.
Super fucking cute, dude. But also, it's like terrible for them, and then bad for the environment, and then they get aggressive as hell, bro.
Right? They think they're like they deserve it every time. Like it's
dude,
like,
yes.
Where's my food?
Oh, I was holding my water bottle, dude, and it came up and wanted my water, and it knows how to open the lid, and like I was like, no, like I'm drinking this, and it just goes, like that. I was like, holy shit, dude, just gave it to him immediately, because those things will literally like, dude, what the strength ratio of a even a little monkey to a human is like, bro, they're 3 times as strong as us.
Yeah, I'm glad you got out of there alive.
Yeah, dude, barely. Just a sunburn, just a healthy sunburn, dude. This episode is brought to you by Haver Supply, dude. I am fired up to talk about Haver Supply's epic lids, dude. They're freaking legit, dude. The OG patch is one of my faves, dude. It's my go-to lid. I keep it in my car, so when I'm on the move, dude, I can throw it on and I can step into any scenario, dude, whether it be camping or an impromptu game of B-pong at my bro's backyard, dude. So, dude, for listeners, you can get 20% off with your order when you use code DANK at checkout. Go to haversupply.com and enter code DANK at checkout for 20% off. That's haversupply.com, code DANK for 20% off at checkout. Treat yourself, dude. Brain Fuel Cerebral Beverages, the drink for mental athletes, dude. This is the most nutritious and all-encompassing beverage on the market, dude. It freaking gives you that boost that lasts 6 to 8 hours, but also while giving your body something to burn, dude, so you don't get that crash, dude. Brain Fuel is your partner in productivity, and right now, you can try it for 15% off. Go to brainfuel.com and use code DANK at checkout for 15% off your order. That's Brain Fuel, spelled BREINFUEL. Go to brainfuel.com and use code DANK at checkout for 15% off. Treat yourself, dude.
How big were they? How big were we
talking? Not very big, dude. Like maybe.
Do you remember the
3
species?
feet? I don't remember. They were gray. Maybe howler. No, they were not howler monkeys. Spider monkeys, I think. I think they were just spider monkeys.
Big long tail.
Yeah, long tail, cute, small, but like could be vicious. What is the difference? Is it like, are there subtle genetic differences between? Obviously, there are in their appearance and size, but like between, gorilla, chimpanzee, like what makes a chimpanzee or a orangutan, or are those just all?
Those are the great apes, which are the closest to us on the evolutionary tree, and the like telltale signs of what an ape is versus a monkey is tail. Like apes don't have tails.
Love that.
And then the great apes are us, chimps, and within chimps, bonobos, and then gorillas and orangutans, and there's like subspecies of all of them actually, but and then lesser ape is like the gibbons, and then everything else is monkeys, and I think New World monkeys have prehensile tails, so they're the ones like South America monkeys are the ones that you see like hanging from their tail and like lifting things with it and stuff.
So gnarly, and those are different, and those don't exist on any other continents, right?
No, and yeah, they're very like regionalized. Like lemurs are a kind of monkey, and they're only really in Madagascar. Like
yeah, I've seen those things. Those things are super cute.
They look like more like raccoon than like a chimp or something sometimes.
Yeah, it's like a combination of like Timon from Lion King and a monkey kind of. Super freaking cute, super freaking dank. Dude, well, let's freaking cut it up. Reggie was a beast, and when we were talking about this, he's like, because we could talk all day long and sharing stories of sick ass monkeys and how dank they are, and apes, and because there's a difference I just learned. But it's like, dude, here's like 5 solid stories, because even though greater apes might not have tails, Tails, they have Tales.
Yeah, I think we picked the coolest possible, like a little of everything, and like some real legends who some of them are still living, which is crazy.
I love that. And they live a pretty long time, man. Like this first one that we're getting into is Ken Allen.
Yeah,
he lived like 30 years.
Yeah, I think he was 29. San Diego, but before our time. I don't remember what exactly year he died, but he was a San Diego like fixture, who was an orangutan, big male orangutan, born in the zoo, and his like mom rejected him, or something, which can happen.
She tried to smother him.
Yeah, which is terrible. But so that he was taken away and raised by humans, so he's already like in his head like, I'm more human than ape.
Totally.
And I didn't, my shirt, because I wear it all the time, my free Ken Allen shirt.
Dude, yeah.
I wore this monkey sweater instead, which also
legit.
Cool. I have options when it comes to wearing.
Yeah, you got to have your attire, dude.
Yeah. And I've got my prop here too, my banana. But the thing about Ken Allen is that he was a famous escape artist.
Yes.
So he had a little bit of a fan club, the like Orang Gang.
Yes.
The people who kind of were like cheering for him, and I think free Ken Allen's a little tongue in cheek. It's not like
totally
like let him loose on the streets, but he was a rascal, and he knew how to get out of that enclosure.
He was, and even if you did let him out on the streets, he'd be chill because he cruised around. They say like he cruised around shaking patrons' hands.
Yeah, like taking selfies
like
with people.
Yeah, he was like just like being a total like celebrity, like interacting, like a total dream come true. Like if you're at the zoo, that's best case scenario.
I can't imagine turning a corner and like you're looking in at the panther exhibit, and like the guy next to you like double take, like that's not a guy.
Dude, it's Ken Allen just posting up.
Yeah.
He did have beef though, didn't he? Like throw rocks at another. Like Otis, like they say he might have been jealous of Otis.
Yeah,
some other orangutan.
So I think I wrote it all down. I can try to do the like actual chronology of it, but basically he had this rival named Otis, and they were in a cage together, and they like hated each other, and that was like the only dude he ever had like any ill will towards. So there's like 3 or 4 main enclosure escapes that I read about, and. And one of them, he like went out of his way to go find Otis, who hadn't got out of his cage, so he's a sitting duck, and just start chucking rocks at him and terrorizing him, which is such a
dude. That's amazing.
Yeah,
bro.
it shows where his priorities are at.
Yeah, dude, he just had beef with him, dude. Dude, I read because he would like. They even gave him the trainers. There were like, hey, maybe he's jealous because Otis might have more mates or something. So and Otis had like 3, and then they're like, okay, let's give Ken 4. And they're like, he must be horny, dude. He's got to be horny. And they're like, and he's like, yeah, sure, that's great and cool. But he started training them to help him escape.
Yeah, he was like putting together a crew.
Yeah, like, dude, you gave him a heist crew.
Yeah, and they would do so. Like they're capable of communicating like intent back and forth to each other, which is nuts. Like there was like a crowbar, like left in a female orangutan's enclosure. And he like was like, grab that and do this. However, he communicated that, and she got out and then like let him out. So like he was like
amazing,
breaking out the ladies too. Yeah, what a cool guy,
dude.
Like,
he's so awesome. They spent like, he like did rock climbing was one of his way out. Like he like memorized the rocks, and then they hired these pro rock climbers to like see what his route was so they could switch it.
Yeah, so he was getting out. No one knew how. So they put him on surveillance. They put the guards watching him, and he never tried to escape while they were watching. So they were like, let's go undercover. Let's take off the zookeeper uniforms and put on like as if we're just patrons of the zoo. But that didn't work on him. He still didn't try. He
knows their face.
He knew their faces.
Bro, that's unreal.
Yeah. So it was like this mystery of how this orangutan was getting out of this enclosure. So they paid like professional rock climbers to come in and like go inch by inch through the wall and like eliminate any like toe holds and finger holds and stuff, because it just didn't make any sense, and it felt like he was like teleporting out of the cage. Yeah.
Dude, he just didn't want to be in that, dude. But the crazy part is, and it's like, you got to mention it. We're like, okay, obviously we want these animals to be in their natural habitats and everything. He was born in an enclosure, so it's like, if you released Ken Allen into the wild, really, like into his normal environment, and like what's his normal environment? Like he's like a mountain,
like Sumatra or Borneo or something. Yeah, Southeast Asia.
He would get annihilated, right, by like another.
Yeah, So I actually highly recommend a show. While we're on top of orangutans, a show called Orangutan Jungle School. It's on like the Smithsonian Channel, and it's about this premise because they're like us. They have to be taught everything. Like they're born just kind of useless. So he didn't have an ape or orangutan mother teaching him how to like build nests and find food and stuff. So he would have been pretty helpless out in the wild.
Yeah, he would have been vaping as a teenager if he was a human. He would have been, trying to be a DJ in his room.
Yeah, well, he kind of already was. He was like sneaking out of his room late at night.
Yeah,
like,
exactly, dude.
Taking cigarette butts out of the
throwing
ashtray.
rocks, dude. Like like if you give that guy a spray paint can, he would have been tagging the zoo.
Yeah, Ken Allen was here. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if he got out, he wasn't. It's not like he was trying to get back to Borneo. He was just trying to like go chill, wear clothes, like
see a movie.
See what there was to see.
Yeah, go get a burger, dude. He's in San Diego, a California burrito.
Hell
yeah. I mean, if you're raised by all these people wearing clothes and doing stuff, and they're not letting you do any of that, it probably is frustrating.
Yeah,
I want to try to do that stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna be a Russian, dude. You want blue jeans. You know?
Well, yeah. I think it was Ken Allen when I was reading about this. I think I heard that orangutans will steal clothes, but then they always end up frustrated because the shirts fit and the pants don't.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So that Jungle School, it's like a really cool show because they have to get really granular with these little rescued orangutans who are like taken from people trying to keep them as pets or like shady stuff like that. And there's like this really cool scene in the show where they like show them this fake snake, and then they like hit it with a stick, and then they all take turns practice hitting the snake with a stick.
No way.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Dude, that's pretty amazing. I got to watch that.
Yeah.
Smithsonian beasts it, dude. Anything else we need to cover with Ken Allen? I know we want to cover some stuff. We want to get to some nice stuff. Anything with Ken Allen that we're missing that's super cool or interesting or?
He lived a long life, and I think after they stopped escaping him, they made a concession that they try to like recreate environments for the animals in the zoo, but in his case, they eventually were like, well, we should give him a TV. So Ken got a little black and white TV, and then he stopped escaping. So he started vegging out. Yeah,
dude, he's a true human. He's a true human being, dude. You gave him a TV, you brought it to him. Dude, that's amazing. Did they give Ken Allen Domino's, bro? He just posts up.
Yeah.
You give him an Xbox, some porn, dude, and Ken Allen's just jacking off, having a nice time.
Yeah. Ordering Uber Eats.
Yeah. Dude, that's genius.
Yeah, so he's a really cool guy from history because he's passed. I would be so cool if there was still like a kind of like escape artist. They call him Harry Houdini, Harry Houdini, to go meet. So you can't meet him, but we'll get to some that you can meet.
Yes. The next one we got is Ham, the space chimp.
Legend.
He's a total legend.
One of the pictures of him Ham is the first great ape launched into space. and that includes humans.
Exactly right. John Glenn's got nothing. The Russian dude, whatever his name is, Yuri.
Yeah, Yuri Gagarin or whatever that guy's name is. Yeah, so he's the first hominid in space. Like and he's just a chimp. His life's a movie. It's nuts.
His life is a movie for sure, dude.
Yeah.
George Miller was the guy who did Babe and
Mad Max.
Mad Max. He needs to do a Ham movie, dude.
Yes, for sure. I would volunteer my services to write that.
You should write that. You're a beast, dude.
But he wasn't the first primate in space, because there was a monkey named Albert II in 1949 who went up in a V2 rocket. But like a lot of these, they weren't like the Russian. I think that was an American mission. But the sad thing is some of these are treated as disposable. There's no way for them back in. And the first animal in space was Laika, the Russian dog.
Yeah.
Who was a stray, which that's a crazy movie life too.
That
you're a
is
stray dog and someone picks you up off the street. Next thing you know, you're in space.
Bro, I mean, that's where they got Ham from. They took him out of the. What was his freaking habitat, dude?
He was born in Cameroon, which
Yeah.
is Central Africa, and captured by like trappers who I'm sure they didn't know where he was going. They just sold to like they're like middlemen.
Yeah, it's the
So then
market.
he ended up from there to a farm in Miami, and then he was purchased by the Air Forces at 2 years old. So already it's crazy globetrotting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the Air Force took him and 39 other prospective astronauts.
It's crazy. Yeah, he is an astronaut.
So
dude.
he was not only like just plucked out of the jungle and ended up in space. Like he went into like a training program, like Top Gun, best of the best, and
Dude,
he was
he
was number one. Like he was the one that was selected out of these 40.
He met Viper, Spider, all these dudes.
Suck it, Ice Ape.
Yeah, dude, yeah, exactly, dude.
Yeah.
Ice Ape.
Yeah, so it was like 40 chimps, narrowed down to 18, then down to 6.
Damn.
And like you have to wonder, like, do they know this is a competition? Like, is it?
It's probably who just doesn't freak out, dude. He's like strapped down to stuff for a long. You do feel bad reading the account for him.
Yeah.
We got to at least mention like it's pretty well. Like when the aliens come for us, dude, we deserve to get our butts probed. Like we're aliens to Ham, dude.
Yeah, for sure. If you extrapolate the analogy, it's like if something took you out of your house
Totally.
and then like put you through boot camp and then put you in a UFO and like
It's some Kurt Vonnegut shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. But sorry, what were you saying? I cut you off.
So the training was like basically just like responding to lights and sounds and like pushing levers and buttons and something. I'm not totally sure that did anything. It was just like a way to measure that he was like
cognitive.
His like motor functions weren't shutting down while he was in space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like he didn't hit like a rocket booster to like alter the course of the ship. It was just like, can a human when they get to space use the brain?
Right. It was more about like, does G-forces like this kill you or can you get through it? And so yeah, like the rewards were like banana pellets and the punishments were like shocks on his feet.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's vicious.
Yeah. I'm sure it was
not horrendous, but still not likable.
Yeah. So I wrote down some cool quotes. Like he was, him and a backup the day before were chosen. So it's not like he knew or whatever, but like you don't know till the day before that you're going to space. And then they said that he was full of energy and good humor. So and then he was strapped down, and then there was a delay. So he's strapped down for 4 hours before they even. It was a 16-minute flight. So the 4 hours was probably more stressful.
Totally, just being trapped in this. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. But in the spacecraft, which you can go see at the California Science Center. I've seen it.
The big square off the freeway, that
by
one?
USC. By
USC. Dude, I need to go there, but I've never been there.
It's really cool. I went with Chris a few months ago.
Awesome.
Not to go specifically see this. We were just wandering around. They also have like the Challenge. No.
The Endeavor.
The Endeavor, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember
I've
they
been a
flew
couple
that
times.
there.
Yeah.
They drove it, like drove it through all the streets and shit.
That's so gnarly.
But you can see this thing that this chimp was strapped in, his little booster seat and his little like fake little astronaut helmet. It's simultaneously like cute and impressive and intense. Like
it's everything.
Because he's juvenile. Like they get big and ornery when they get older.
Oh really? Just like anyone.
Yeah. So he's like this is also like an Ender's Game kind of thing,
Dude,
where
yes.
he's like not only is all this happening to him, it's happening to him before he's even like a mature, grown adult.
It's crazy, dude. It's why we got to send the young boys to the wars to fight the old man's wars, dude. You literally have to be like, you need your mind to be able to be molded and still be in great shape to endure like anything physically. Makes sense.
So he experienced. So there was errors. The capsule suffered a partial loss of pressure, but his spacesuit protected him.
Whoa.
Multiple errors occurred, and the thing ended up going farther and faster than it was supposed to. And he experienced 14.7 G force in re-entry, which is like nuts.
That's
1
insane.
G is gravity, so 15 times the force of like falling.
And like, are G's Mach? Is that Mach is a G or no? Like when they're like Mach 8,
is
Mach 7.
speed, I think, and G is like
force,
acceleration.
Okay.
So it's the derivative.
Right.
The idea being like he proved that you can live through those G-forces if you're like strapped in and they use the right like deceleration techniques.
3 Gs feels like a lot. Like on a roller coaster when you like get like jolted back, that's like maybe 3 Gs. Like a fighter jet, I think does like 7, 8.
Yeah.
Bro, 14.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So, and apparently his lever pushing performance was only a fraction of a second slower in space than it was when he would like be tested. So he's like,
he's out there beasting.
He's in a metal can in space, and he's pushing these levers for his treats and zaps, like just as good as he was the 2 days before any of that was happening.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Dude.
And the most impressive thing is I said that poor Albert Reese's monkey burned up in reentry or whatever, but he lived. He recovered, splashed down in the ocean, started taking on water. They get to him in time, get him out, and he just had like a bruised nose, but like no other major injuries.
Yeah, and he was like smiling, right? But smiling as an ape isn't necessarily good. It's like he was pretty stressed.
I'm sure he was stressed. It'd be crazy if he was like, let's do it again.
Yeah, let's go, dude.
Hey, run it back.
He just started pulling his levers, more treats, dude.
Yeah. So
Laika also did not survive, the dog.
Yeah, no, it's a shame.
She made like 3 hours. And
they had no plan for her to survive. That was like,
that's why they took her stray.
Yeah, I think the scientist has like now, the scientists themselves are probably dead, but I think they expressed some regret that this poor dog was like sacrificed for like the good of science or whatever.
Totally.
But
Machiavellian.
The cool thing is he like he had done his service, so he like went to the zoo and lived out a whole happy rest of his life, or I hope he was happy.
Yeah.
And then so he lived 17 more years in D.C. at the National Zoo, and then 3 more years after that at a North Carolina zoo. And they were gonna like stuff him and put him in like the Smithsonian or something afterwards, but the public was like, "Don't do that." That's messed up. So he had he was given like a memorial service where this guy named Colonel John Stapp, who was known as the fastest man on Earth, because he was like this scientist guy who was really interested in studying G-forces. He like gave the eulogy at this chimp's ham service.
That's awesome.
Which is like finally like a little bit of respect from like the establishment that this thing, which we don't even consider like a being, like did it set up this flight. The results of his going to space led directly to Alan Shepard 5 months later going to space, the first American human. He lost to that Yuri guy we were saying by like a month or something like that. So he did like important work.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, brave work.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, yeah, and I wrote this down because I thought G-forces were interesting. That has nothing to do with ham, but that John Stapp guy, the guy who gave his eulogy, he's the highest known acceleration voluntary encounter by a human set on December 10th, 1954. Stapp reached a speed of 632 miles per hour and demonstrated a human can withstand at least 46.2 Gs. 46. Like,
what the hell?
It's in the 70 years since no humans bothered to experiment on themselves.
They're like, cool, you did it, dude.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
it's
hilarious.
nuts. So like
Dude, that's
two
insane.
brave guy breaking boundaries, giving the eulogy to another brave guy.
Let's go, dude. That's some
Yeah.
good stuff right there. That's some like Michael Bay direct this moment right here. Just give me some Harry Stamper talking to Ben Affleck, dude.
Yeah.
Like it'd be cool if Ham like married that that dude's daughter.
Yeah.
Or like that guy had a pet monkey and they got together, dude.
Yeah. For sure. The movie opens on the funeral, and then you go like, you think it's a human, and they pan over the thing. Like, what?
Huh? Dude, that'd be amazing.
But for all these guys, I recommend Googling and looking up what they look like, because him in his little
Yes.
seat is like so interesting.
It's unbelievable. It's
Yeah.
like it's incongruous, dude, but yet at the same time makes total sense. So moving right along. Anything else more we got to cover about Ham, dude? What a beat and what a great name, dude. Ham. Let's go.
Yeah, I guess we didn't say
Ham
why
bone.
he was named Ham. It was for the Holloman Aerospace Medical Center,
Yeah,
the
that's-
lab that prepped him for his mission.
Yep.
Ham. Before that, because they didn't want to give him a name in case he died.
Right.
He was like number 65 or something like that, which is. I wish he was Ham his whole life.
Same
In
here,
the movie,
dude.
he'd have to be Ham his whole life. I don't.
100%. You can't
yeah.
just.
Yeah.
Come on.
Number 65.
Number 65. Although there's that robot movie. Robots can have number names and be fine.
Mhm.
But if it's warm-blooded, we need a name.
Mm-hmm.
And we need some eye contact. Speaking of another warm-blooded large species, we got and I might say this wrong, so correct me, Gigantopithecus.
Yeah, I think you nailed it.
Gigantopithecus. This is since extinct for many, many thousands of years, right?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Well,
Yeah, you.
100 to 300,000 years ago, they say the last ones lived.
Yeah.
Which is, of course, extremely long ago, but overlapped with humans. Like it's not that long ago that it's not hard to imagine like
Someone who looks like you or me.
walking through the woods
Encounters.
and looking up and seeing the biggest ape to ever live.
Bro, how big is this puppy?
It's very speculative because it's all fossil evidence and
Mhm.
stuff. But they say 9 to 12 feet tall.
Oh my
and
gosh.
it could weigh up to like 1,000 pounds. So,
Bro.
like a
gorilla
real life Bigfoot, basically.
Yes, that is massive. That is a true Bigfoot. Like a gorilla's like what, 6'4", like what, 300 pounds?
The tallest gorilla ever was only 6'5".
Okay.
And the heaviest gorillas and that's in captivity where they just let them get out of shape. They only get into like the 600 pounds. So, and you know how big those gorillas look.
They
like.
look absolutely massive. You can
Yeah.
like go up, like they have like a scale one like at the zoo that you can stand next to.
Uh-huh.
Dude, they are like three thick of us and so broad. They could literally break your neck like with a twist of a finger, dude.
Yeah, and they're like gentle herbivores.
Yes.
Which Gigantopithecus was as well. It's just eating like bamboo shoots and leaves and stuff. Which gentle giant, it's interesting. It's probably was too gentle, and that's like was competed in by like other similar different kinds of like ape species or maybe like humans of the area like competed for the food and they ended up dying out. But of course the fun reason why this is interesting is well, one, it's massive. It's cool to think
They're
of like
penis
the
size.
big. Well, I was going as the Bigfoot thing is
Right,
that
yes.
It's like if the only quote unquote like serious theories of what a Bigfoot or a Yeti might be are some like individuals of a species like this that like were like enclosed off in a air. Like it's not totally unprecedented that there's species we didn't think were extinct, like fish and stuff like that. They'll find.
Yeah, because we're not able to explore it. And I mean, dude, they say like we're only operating on like 4% of like known history. Like maybe that's civilization, but also like, dude, the asteroid hit the Earth. There's the Ice Age. Stuff gets altered all the time. Like it's.
Yeah, I mean, it's even freakier to picture like, I don't know, backwoods, Oregon, some like cave system where these apes are like inbreeding and living for thousands of years. Yeah,
totally.
Yeah,
and who knows how intelligent but it's interesting like the size that they are, but it works to their advantage of one, like, you know, they can fend off predators well, like evolutionarily it makes sense, but then it makes sense why they would die off, because when you're big you don't need to have as many offspring because they're not going to like die out as quick. You can protect it and raise it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, when resources get limited, you need to feed that big body.
Yeah.
And so if there's a bunch of little things taking your food, one big body can't take everyone out.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, that thing of like you trying to beat up 50 fifth graders, like,
Yeah.
or a billion. Like eventually they're gonna get you, dude.
Yeah, so they're gonna surround you, wear you down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the interesting fossil thing about Gigantopithecus is it's almost exclusively been extrapolated from teeth, like the size of how big their
Whoa.
teeth were and
So
their jaws and stuff.
That's why it's so.
The range is big. The guess of how big they must be.
They never found like a femur. Or
No,
like a
I
pelvic
wish.
bone
Yeah,
to
like
be-
yeah. But if you Google Gigantopithecus, you'll see all the different recreations of people like scientifically giving their best guess
Yeah.
of what they look like, and they look like big red, big red Bigfoots. Like they are so huge.
It doesn't make sense that they'd be alive today, though. Just like they're not going to last the ice. They're a big, warm-bodied animal. They were saying like dinosaurs were large, but like they're cold-blooded, so they were more suited to like when the climate changed. They could last a little bit better than like a
Yeah.
mammal.
Yeah, I don't know enough about the eras, but I think that it might have been like, what was that when like the megafauna when there there was like a turtle that was the size of a car. There was like a sloth that was bigger than an elephant. Like, I wish we still live
It'd
in
be
those
amazing.
times. Yeah.
And also like one of the biggest threats to megafauna today and back then was humans.
Mhm.
We're an ape that's able to communicate well together. Could you imagine if a Gigantopithecus were smart and would buy into like working together and developing strategy?
They'd dominate the Olympics.
Yeah, bro, dude,
Yeah.
exactly, dude.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
would be like, they'd have no chance. Fencing, bro, the reach.
Yeah. What was I going to say? The thing about modern humans, because like we're descended from, and it's like a branch, it's like a webbing branch more
Mhm.
than like a linear, like this turned into this, turned into this. It's like we're kind of megafauna
Mhm.
ourselves. We don't give ourselves credit. We're the biggest, like the modern humans are the tallest, heaviest, biggest humans have ever been.
Mhm.
And they're still like twice as big as us, or 3 times as big as us.
So gnarly, dude.
Mhm.
That you do not want to just turn around and see one of those guys in your field of vision, dude.
No, it'd be if I could get my hands on a living species, if you could like go back in time and bring one back, like there's probably all sorts of way more important tests you could do, but you also got to see like how far can I hit a baseball.
Oh, dude, 100%, dude.
Like, yeah,
100%. It'd be so amazing, dude. Just like pick up a stone and throw it, dude. Otis would be dead, dude. If Ken Allen was
Yeah.
Gigantopithecus, dude, Otis got no chance.
no.
Dude, that'd be so gnarly. Anything else before we move on to our next one?
Mm-mm.
So we've got Coco. Once again, this podcast is brought to you by Haver Supply Co., dude. Have you ever wanted to go to Burning Man and wear nothing but a hat, dude? I have, dude. You want to just do epic stuff, dude? Climb an iceberg, dude. Straight up scuba dive, but have a lid on, dude. Well, guess what, dude? Icebergs aren't that accessible, dude, and it's tough to scuba dive in a lid, dude. But now that Haver Supply is here, dude, they're going to keep you looking and feeling epic all the time, and it's true, dude. I'm posted up in my lid, dude, just feeling good, feeling legit, dude. Honestly, dude, when it's time to freaking smooch my dank fiance, dude, I just turn the lid backwards, and she knows it's on, dude, and it's legit, dude. That's indoor or outdoor, dude. It's tight, dude. When there's no shade around, I'm still wearing it. I want to sleep in this puppy. That's how much I'm loving this lid, dude. It's a freaking brand that's tailored to the adventure, surfer, wanderer, and traveler, dude. It's got unique styles, dude. It's small batch releases, dude. So you got to get the hat that fits your dome and in style. And honestly, dude, in season. So get the stuff, dude. It's limited, bro. So go, dude. Freaking listeners, you can go get 20% off your order when you use code DANK at checkout, dude. So what you got to do, go to haversupply.com and enter code DANK at checkout for 20% off. That's haversupply.com, code DANK for 20% off at checkout, dude. Treat yourself, dude. Once again, this episode is brought to you by Brain Fuel Cerebral Beverages, your partner in productivity, dude. Dude, could you imagine if freaking Coco the gorilla had brain fuel? Dude, she'd be singing opera in multiple languages, dude. But for real, dude, we all want to be our best every day, and that's where Brain Fuel comes in. That's BREIN Fuel, dude. Brain Fuel is all-day focus for mental athletes, developed by a pharmaceutical scientist who figured out how to extend caffeine's effect on the brain, dude. It's 6 to 8 hours of peak mental acuity without the jitters and crash of regular coffee or energy drinks, dude. I still have my coffee in the morning, dude, and then when I go to record this pod with Aaron the Beast on the sticks, dude, dude. I take a little brain fuel, dude. I know that it gives me the nutrients to burn that caffeine, dude. You know what I'm saying? It gives my body what it needs to keep that energy up, dude. Brain fuel was designed from a scientific point of view with function in mind, dude, not by some bigwig beverage industry veterans looking to capitalize on trends, dude. We're not all about those trends, dude. We're all about those nutrients, dude. Creatine, zinc, L-theanine, vitamin C, E, beetroot, dude. Go into my beet factory and drink brain fuel, dude. It's so legit, dude. So be your best, dude. Feel your best, dude. No crash. All that energy, dude. Optimal freaking performance, dude. Brain Fuel is your partner in productivity, and I want you to try it for 15% off. Go to brainfuel.com and use code DANK at checkout for 15% off your order. That's Brain Fuel, spelled BREINFUEL. Again, go to brainfuel.com and use code DANK at checkout for 15% off. Treat yourself, dude. Coco is known for her communication.
Yeah, Coco, I'm sure if you think of sign language apes, you're thinking of Coco usually. She was the one that her handler, this woman named Penny Patterson, recognized talent in her, and then made it like a lifelong project to build this vocabulary of gorilla sign language, which is like a version of American Sign Language. And there's a lot of contention about how much of that was like wanting the sentences to have meaning and stuff like that. But you can watch the videos. It is communicating. Like there's no denying. It's not like all.
It's different than looking at a lizard. There's no question about that. Like there's a noticeable difference, dude. Like this is a smart animal, dude. And like is there confirmation bias? Maybe to a degree, but like there's still amazing things happen. And dude, the conversations get deep, bro.
Yeah.
Like you probably have some interesting stuff. I wrote down a few little interesting things. Just the fact that, first of all, I feel like the movie Congo, how are we going to talk about legendary apes and not talk about Congo? Amy the ape has to be based on Coco, right?
Yes.
And like he has like the trainer has like the robotic glove just for like the screenwriters were smart. They're like, we can't do sign language the whole movie. People aren't going to watch this thing, dude. But it's like, Amy loves you. And like she signs it and then the robot thing tracks it and knows.
She also like smokes cigars and like drinks martinis on the plane.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's unreal, dude.
But that's kind of also a trope in these, like, there's some good documentaries about apes that have, like, they've tried to raise as as humans to see, like, how much of this is nature, how much is nurture. And they always, like, mess up the science because, like, inevitably they're always like, we'll smoke a little weed with it or something.
Dude, exactly, bro. But, dude, you would probably want to smoke with Coco. If you could smoke with Coco, that's probably the one you'd want to smoke with. Maybe Ken Allen, but Coco talks about, like, death. Yeah, Coco will cut it up with you.
Yeah, she can like get like concepts like like it's not it's not just like ball red. It's like good ball like like fake ball. Like she knows she can like think that like layer deeper. I think they said she had like the IQ of like between 70 and 90, which is just like a precocious kid or something like that.
Like it knows. Like it saw a cat eating a bird and it pointed at it and it like knew the cat did something bad. So like Coco had a moral judgment on death. Yeah. Or on killing. Yeah. Which was pretty crazy. You would just think, the animal needs a resource, doesn't think about it. Go bash something, you're a threat to me. But like this animal doesn't want to kill something. Obviously it will defend itself. But it's wild.
Yeah. Like she was she became a celebrity. She was like on the cover of National Geographic, and you have to wonder how much she knew she was a celebrity. Like we're saying with Ham, that probably is reaching to think he knew the importance of any of that stuff he was going through. But Coco was getting visited by like Robin Williams and like, dude, and she could like recognize herself in the mirror. She had to have some concept of like, I'm the attraction here. They're coming to meet me. That I'm like important to these people. They'd come in and like be very like hang out with her. There's videos of some of that. You can see.
Dude, I think like she even did a sign. Like she did a sign that meant like crown or something like that for herself. Like when they asked like her to like her name or something like that. And, like one time she was like did that, and then this is where maybe what's the trainer's name again? Patterson. Like might be doing confirmation bias, but was like, she knows she's important when she does that sign. Like she's calling herself like queen or something like that, or like big deal.
So The other controversial thing, which I can't not talk about, is she had referred to as a nipple fixation.
What?
So this is 100% true. She was reported to have a preoccupation with both male and female human nipples, with several people saying that Coco requested to see theirs. In 2005, 3 female staff members at the Gorilla Foundation, where she resided, filed lawsuits against the organization, not Coco.
Oh, dude, I was like, get out of here, dude. Sue Coco, dude. Well, we're going to take her toy. We're going to take her.
Well, they basically sued Penny Patterson, being like, she made us show her breasts to this ape all the time. And I'm laughing that they were sued. They obviously didn't enjoy it.
It's bad, but it's also like, at least Penny Patterson was a woman, and it's not to say, like, it's not like she was some creepy ass dude.
Yeah. It's not like the ape was like sexually interested in that.
Yeah.
I think it just like, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you got under there?
Yeah, like Coco just wanted to see. There's got to be some sort of reason. If it is sexual, Coco, figure it out.
Yeah.
Go to some therapy, dude.
Coco recently passed. Rest in peace. But she's probably I don't know if she's the one that people would say is like the smartest non-human to ever live. She's got to be close.
I would say so.
And then there's also this guy Kanzi who's living. He's a bonobo who like his way of speaking is like clicking this big keyboard of signs. He's really smart. But then there's also Nim Chimpsky, who's a chimp raised by humans. And I mentioned him because this was just too funny. The longest sentence he was ever recorded as saying, it was like the 16 words or whatever. And it's like, oh, wow, what kind of 16-word phrase was he saying?
Yeah.
All right, here's this quote. This would have been my yearbook quote if I knew about it. Give orange, me give, eat orange, me eat orange, give me, eat orange, give me you.
Dude, he's being direct. You got to like that direct communication. Dude, that's hilarious. Give me orange.
Yeah. It's funny to call that a sentence. He's like, give me the orange, give me the orange, give me the orange. Yeah. But
he's like using the commas all in the right way and just pausing enough. Where he's considering every way that a human could interpret that.
Yeah. Give me orange. Yeah, me eat orange.
Yes.
Orange. Give me. Yes. Yeah. He's like, maybe if I move them in this order.
Don't overthink it. Just give me the orange.
Yeah.
Me. You give to me.
Yeah. And it's really funny to think about, like you're saying, like if like an alien abducted you, swooped you up, and was trying to teach you its language, that'd probably be the best you could do too.
Totally,
like
bro.
Just grunting in its weird noises at the thing you want. Like,
yeah, I'm hungry and I want. Yeah, exactly. I want my life sources: food, water, and like a toilet or something like that.
Yeah.
And Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And that's it, dude.
Yeah. So Coco, it'd be really cool to go like talk to her, which like, can you imagine what would your I don't know what I have to think about. What would you ask her?
Something deep, dude. Like Coco has concepts of like Easter. Coco can like interpret events and stuff, and like death. I would be like, Coco, why do you think we're here, dude? Yeah. And I would like to hear Coco's response to that. Like everyone asks themselves, what's my purpose? Coco, what's your purpose, dude?
Damn.
What would you ask?
I think I'd want to ask like ask the trainer to step out of the room and be like, you like her? She being nice to you?
Patterson, kind of weird with the making everyone flash. That's her thing, right?
Yeah, it's not you.
Yeah,
right?
you're just, she's the Rasputin, you're the vessel here. I get it.
She's like,
yeah, she's on surveillance. You got to show the nipples. You got to squeeze it, okay? Take your time.
Yeah, she would like. She had like pet kittens too, which I don't think we said. Which is an animal with a pet was a fun thing to think about.
It's really interesting. We should be. Yeah, we're the only species that are allowed to have other. Every time I have my dog or my dog sits on my lap, I'm like, you're just another species that I'm getting along with well. Like, this is so strange.
If the dog had back in his doghouse like a much smaller dog, it'd be very weird.
Amazing, dude.
Yeah.
He has a hamster, dude, that he really likes. I mean, maybe that's the whole calendars that like divorced grandmas have. I was just thinking hilarious to talk about divorced grandmas. Maybe
What kind of
like,
calendars?
It's always like unusual friends, and it's like a Shetland pony and like a rooster hanging out together or something. Always hilarious.
Yeah, but that makes it very relatable. It's like, what benefit does a little cat give to a gorilla? It's just companionship and like something warm and that it knows is alive and can like feel superior to probably and like
totally
like provide for. And, yeah.
What do you think's the most evil animal? I think it's some sort of bird. I would say maybe an ostrich.
An ostrich?
They feel evil to me, or an emu.
I bet if you saw an ostrich without feathers, that would be like
That'd
insanely
be
evil.
unbelievably terrifying, dude. That would be so scary. That'd be like that bald dude from Game of Thrones from Karth. Like that ostrich would know magic, dude.
Yeah.
Like there's no question that ostrich practices magic.
Well, there's chimps that have been documented of like there's like the Gombe chimpanzee war where they like
saw that like
they're like
infanticide and stuff.
They're literally committing acts of like revenge killing.
Yes.
Like it's not about survival, it's about like rivalries and like
and asserting and like striking fear into the enemy.
Yeah, like terrorism.
And controlling the genetic pool. It's like psychotics. Like they literally like rip dicks off of the other apes and stuff.
Yeah, really, really evil, awful shit.
Yeah.
And then their biological like stepbrother, half brother, the bonobos are like they're the peaceful ones who are always like jacking each other off and like hanging out.
Love that, dude.
Yeah,
let's go.
They're like they're the like hippies, and then if you like fast forward in the future, it feels like one becomes like the Morlocks and the other one's the Elohim or whatever the above ground people are called in the time machine.
Dude, that's great. What is that from?
H.G. Wells.
Legend.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the most evil animal to own you in the way you own me from the beginning is man.
Reggie, you're so smart, dude. Fucking balls, dude. God, I have to show that to my father for posterity as well. He must see it, and so shall yours. We got time for me to run through. We got one more. Did you have any more? We have Bubbles, right? Is Bubbles our last one?
Yeah,
perfect.
Bubbles the last one, and then I don't know if we have time, we can talk about like 8 movies we like.
Yeah, that's a great ass call.
But
maybe we'll do that instead of some questions today. So Bubbles, who's Bubbles, dude?
Bubbles is Michael Jackson's pet chimp.
Yes,
I'm sure
dude.
you've seen like pictures of him.
Yeah.
I just want to say like that's not good. You shouldn't own these things as pets.
Yeah, they don't make great pets.
But they're as cute as hell as babies. It's like having a little furry guy hanging around.
And that's when he had him.
Yeah.
Because Bubbles grows up, dude. And Bubbles is jacked.
Yeah, Bubbles got ugly and big and had to go away. But while he was living with Michael Jackson, he had probably the most interesting life any chimp's ever had.
Yes.
Because he was like in the room with Michael sleeping in a crib, wearing human clothes, using Michael's toilets.
Yes.
Like he would bring Bubbles to the recording sessions. And Michael Jackson's a weird guy. I'm not going to offend anyone by saying that.
Dude, MJ.
He would
eccentric.
travel with him, and like Michael would like introduce him to like the mayor of Osaka, Japan, and like you can't tell celebrities no. And,
Totally.
And he's like, you're like sitting next to a chimp. It's like drinking green tea. And the quote about that visit is the mayor said that he was surprised to see the chimpanzee, but we understand he is Michael's good friend. This is the first time we have let an animal enter City Hall. So he was.
That's amazing power move.
Yeah, he lived at Neverland Ranch. Not that many people got to say they lived at Neverland Ranch.
Totally.
Yeah, so he slept in a crib, used his toilet, ate his candy, fed at the dining table, wore a diaper. Kind of feels. Have you ever talked about on the show Caligula? How he had that horse that he like made like a senator.
Yeah, I think we brought it up briefly, but I don't know too much about it. Yeah, he like loved his horse a lot, right?
Yeah,
like, at its own house or something.
Yeah, so it's similar where he loved it so much that the people around him, because he has power, had to like treat it the same way.
unreal,
So like
dude.
there was like a bodyguard who worked for the like he's like,
Yeah, dude.
He probably didn't tell his friends that. He probably said, I'm like one of Michael Jackson's bodyguards.
Yeah,
but
exactly,
like
dude.
when he got there for work that
At
day,
Thanksgiving, dude.
he's protecting the chimp.
You
Yeah.
got to tell your dad that, dude. You got to tell your whole family that around the dinner table.
Yeah. Apparently, a lot of this seems too crazy to be true, but Michael Jackson, a lot of things are like that.
Totally.
They said that he taught him how to moonwalk. Which
Amazing.
Chimps can barely even walk.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. And then, not besides having his own bodyguard, he also had an agent.
He had an agent?
Yes, I don't know what he was
Unbelievable, dude.
booking, but yeah, he probably came with it highly recommended from Michael.
Dude, that's his own business, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
This is a really funny little anecdote. So, Freddie Mercury once grew frustrated while trying to record a duet with Jackson the song "There Must Be More to Life Than This" because of his insistence that Bubbles be in the studio. Michael made Bubbles sit between them and would turn to the chimp between takes and ask, "Don't you think that was lovely?" Or, "Do you think we should do that again?" After a few days of this, Freddie exploded. "I'm not performing with a fucking chimp sitting next to me each night." And Mercury left the project and released the song as a solo artist. Dude. It's such a, like, this song about, this, like, love song or whatever. I actually never went and listened to it.
Yeah,
but, like.
They put it out on the 40th anniversary. I have that CD. Yeah.
Nice. Like, to know that it was born of frustration with a chimp, like, 6 feet away.
That's amazing, dude. That's cool. Is that song any good?
It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe Bubbles should have been in the room.
Bubbles
Yeah,
should go.
Maybe
Trash
Bubbles,
shit.
yeah, Bubbles could have been, you know, you need more, you need more cowbell in this or something like that. Dude, that's pretty amazing, dude. These are pretty, I mean, we've got some amazing apes, dude. We've got, you know, we got Ken Allen, we got our boy freaking Ham in space, dude. The Gigantopithecus, largest, greatest ape to ever walk this earth that we know of. Coco, who's an absolute beast communicator, and freaking Bubbles, dude. Reggie recommended all of these legendary apes to me. I think it was super interesting, super fun looking it up. And dude, you're an absolute beast for cruising on to this pod today. I mean, before we get out of here, I mean, I just got to ask you. We've been talking about this a little bit, but like, you know, we just did our top 5 legendary apes. I mean, do you have like a top 5 apes on film that you love? I mean, is King Kong the one? I mean, is it Amy from Congo? Is it Dunstan from Dunstan Checks In, dude?
Well, I don't know if I have a top 5. I think the Apes franchise as a whole, there's probably like 2 or 3 movies from within there. From
This new ones?
If you include the whole thing, because some of the first ones are really good too. But I think my favorite of that franchise is Dawn, the second one of the new one, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like Circus, the guy who played Caesar, the main ape.
The guy's unreal, bro.
It's that thing can act. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
He should have won something for that.
Yes.
And any movie where like it's like you simultaneously you're telling a good story, it's compelling. They made the genius move of like the humans are the bad guys as opposed to in the original one the humans are the good guys.
Yeah.
And then you also get scenes where chimps are dual wielding machine guns on the back of a horse.
So sick, dude. When I saw that poster, I was like, immediately, I'm saying this. I saw a ton of freaking greater apes on a freaking horseback, M16s. Just let's go, dude. Like going down San Francisco, like over the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah, there's no better. I can't. It just tickles something in me. I just like looking at pictures of them not doing those things.
Yeah, dude, you got to go to anybody listening, check out Reggie's Instagram, Reggie Chill Balls, right? How do I spell it? How is it?
Reggie Chill Ball, 1 ball.
Okay, Reggie Chill Ball.
Yeah.
The guys, Chill Balls would be hilarious. Reggie's a basketball fan is what I'm imagining, Chill Ball.
Yeah, it's also like the yin and yang of life. Like, you got to chill, but you got to ball too.
Oh.
You can't do just one.
I never knew that. That's genius.
Thank
Dude,
you.
see what I'm talking about, dude? This is why Reggie's on, dude. You got to come back on, dude. Spread some stuff out. Aaron, anything we got to add? I know you enjoy
Yeah,
apes and
I'm
everything.
constantly putting it on my Instagram.
Yeah, I'm
in
seeing
my
it.
stories. Like,
you love Sax Squatch, the dude. You love that.
Sasquatch is great.
Yeah.
Orangutans are my favorite. I just love those ginger guys.
Are those the ones that are like really big? They kind of look like they have like the super flat face.
When they get older, the males they're called phalanges. their face like widens
Yeah.
out, and they look like a different species than
Yeah,
when
they do.
when they're younger. Yeah, that's male orangutans.
Those are awesome looking. Those are really cool looking animals.
Yeah.
Are those the smartest?
No, I think they're like the most spiritual. I know that's like a dumb thing. to
No,
say,
dude,
but
bro.
they're like the lonely ones in the woods who
Love it.
they like raise their young and then they like split off and just kind of like hang out alone.
Yeah, I
so
think that's what orangutan means, isn't it? Like lonely man in the forest or something like that.
something like that. Yeah.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah. I think the smartest is probably chimps, like on as a whole, because they're the closest to us.
Mhm.
But Coco was a gorilla. She
a
was
great communicator.
very smart. Yeah. Another fun movie.
Oh, dude,
quickly,
let's go. Yeah, I love
Mr.
this.
Go. So have you
haven't
ever seen the
that.
movie Ed?
Ed.
Which is the baseball player monkey from
No, that's
the
amazing
90s.
though.
That's
Yeah.
Matt LeBlanc, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
But
How have I not seen this?
it's a Korean movie that came out much more recently about a gorilla playing professional baseball, and it's more of like a front office drama of like the like paperwork you got to do to like pull that off.
Hilarious, dude.
But
That's amazing.
it builds to this climax where the other team has also signed a gorilla, and he's like the bad gorilla. So you got a gorilla pitching to a gorilla, and I'm just gonna spoil it because it's like a hard movie to find. It's a
Yeah,
Korean gorilla movie. The hero gorilla, or basically it hits the ball so hard that it explodes, and they pick up all the pieces and like tag it out, but then they find the one piece they didn't pick up, so we save.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Dude, what a genius movie, dude. We need more movies like that, dude.
Yeah, like I feel like it's some weird dream you had. Or
Yeah,
something.
people would be less stressed, dude. If someone was like
Yeah.
really at work, people should have to watch a movie like at school when you get a substitute teacher and they put on like Rudy or something, dude. At work, they just need to put like on Ed at like an Amazon warehouse from time to time to like cool people out, or like any Starbucks.
Yeah. It's fun watching these things. Like, me and my roommate Alex have basically tried to watch every movie that's like about starring an ape, and you never run out. We keep finding them.
Dude, that is it's so amazing. I mean, dude, they're amazing. Obviously, like your fascination and your passion runs deeper than most, but like it's obviously something that's connected. Like there are cousins, right? Like our relatives.
Yeah.
And we have a fear that they'll get smart and take us out because they're stronger than us.
Yeah, I think if I had to like psychoanalyze myself, it's like a weird form of like people watching. You know, like when
Yes.
you're like at the mall, it's like you like
Yes.
to look at the weirdest looking people.
Mhm.
It's like, well, what is that thing? And it's kind of like me, but what?
Dude,
it's like
totally.
its own.
And you
little
wonder how
guy.
conscious. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's making his own little choices.
Yeah, exactly.
You can really personify them
Mhm.
quite easily. It's a very easy leap.
Mhm.
Not so easy with a snake. If someone can do that, then, move out of that building because they're probably going to sacrifice you soon.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. So you would say your favorite film would be The Planet of the Apes, maybe the newest. Somewhere in there, but maybe Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, number 2 favorite. If you're going to say, if any, JT coined this on the last pod, Dankatorians, dude. Danktorians.
Yeah,
dude.
that's it. Well, it's my favorite, but I wouldn't say. I'd say watch the trilogy. Don't start with the second one. It's like
Yes,
Star
yes,
Wars.
yes,
The
yes.
second one might be the best one, but you should watch the first one first.
Great advice. Yep, you need the
Yeah.
whole story.
Mm-hmm.
Peter
I would
Jackson's
say,
King Kong's really good too. I mean, it's Andy
I enjoy
Serkis as well. So
dude, I liked Kong Skull Island.
Yeah.
I loved it. That was a fun movie, dude.
Did you like Godzilla vs Kong?
I hadn't seen it yet. I should have watched that, but
It's fun rooting for Kong because he's the brawler versus like the big laser mouth lizard. Like
Yes.
he's the one you see yourself.
Exactly. I'm
Yeah.
much more relatable to a
Yeah.
gigantic
gigantic
1,000-foot gorilla
than
than
a gigantic 1,000-foot lizard.
Exactly, dude. I just don't get the lizard's perspective. I just don't understand his story.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, amazing. Reggie, thank you so much for being here. You're an absolute beast, dude. 100% legend, dude.
I had fun. Thank you.
Dude, are you kidding me? You got to come back, dude. Any time. This was such a good call and a true pleasure. And yeah, I learned a ton. And I mean, that's what the pod's all about, learning a ton and having fun while doing it. So thank you, dude. Aaron, as always, you're an absolute freaking beast, dude. Dropping dimes and knowledge nuggets, dude, and freaking wizard on the sticks, dude. Dude, follow Reggie Chill Ball on Instagram, dude. He posts some dank ass apes that you can check out and other great stuff, dude. And he's a great writer and puts out a lot of good shit. Anything else before we head out?
/ send me that stuff. Send me pictures of cool apes and monkeys. I
sent you one time that I was proud of. It was like an albino jacked.
Yeah.
I don't know what type of ape it was, but he was jacked.
Yeah, I love opening up and have some apes slid in my DMs. So.
Dude, that's so sick. I kind of like jaguars.
Okay.
I see a nice
let's
jaguar.
Trade.
Dude.
Yeah, let's trade later.
I would love to do that. Aaron, would you like us to send you any sort of wildlife?
I mean, sure.
Apes you like? Jaguar? Anything? Apes, yeah. Is that what you want us to send you? Is there anything specific? Do you
Raccoons.
Want us to... Oh, a raccoon. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I might be able to capture some myself in my neighborhood walking the dog.
Raccoons are like the closest to monkey thing we got here in North America. I feel like because they got little thumbs. Yeah,
they're kind of smart. They don't back down. Like you don't want to mess with. Like a raccoon will come at you.
They like watch their food and they like.
Yeah. They're like
Sneaky.
little families.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a great story could be written about a raccoon living in the city, just taken care of. If you were going to pitch any, just one for the road, ape movie right now, go. I'm a big studio exec. I'm in the elevator. I'm smoking a cigar in an elevator because it's a power move. And you get in there, and I go, we got to get an ape film. I need something, Planet of the Apes.
My reboot of Planet of the Apes, I don't steal this, but is...
Don't give it away if you're really going to write it.
No, I don't know. I've never had a meeting with the people who make the Planet of the Apes movies, but would be like a fresh reboot where it's like we were saying with imagine this happening to you, like it's Planet of the Apes, but you follow these people as they're like they have like food slid to them through like a box, and then like you see like an ape in the distance like running through the woods, and you think it's like a freaky kind of like Bigfoot thing, and you slowly put together that these are apes who have humans in a zoo. It's not like humans being terrorized by so
that'd be cool.
I think it'd be really fun to like slowly meet out the like reveals there.
That would be awesome. I would watch that. That'd almost be like a nice series. You give me like a 10 episode series out of that,
and you could do really freaky stuff like if you're trying to like raise a baby gorilla, sometimes like a human will like put on a gorilla suit to like comfort it. But imagine how uncomforting it would be to have a gorilla in a human suit like interacting with you. It'd be so
it'd be wild.
Yeah.
That's some Black Mirror type shit right there.
Yeah.
All right, dude, I love that. I'm buying. Good. Someone get this guy a cocktail. You're going to join me at the smokehouse. I want a draft on my desk Monday morning. Beautiful, dude. Thank you so much. Reggie, you're a beast, dude. Another great episode of History is Dank, dude. Any questions, comments, suggestions, StriderWilsonTreasure@gmail.com, dude. Just freaking have a dank-ass week, dude. We'll catch you on the next one, dude. All right, dude. Freaking late, dude.
Thank you, Strider.
Thank you, dude.
Peace.